What's good, y'all? Shout out to the Black Squad. I am Kenyatta Black. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. This is a very impromptu discussion. I'm just out here chilling in the whip. I'm already in a bad mood. Now, believe it or not, I do bite my tongue. I know that'll come as a surprise to a lot of you. Even some of you who probably been following me for a minute. I actually do bite my tongue on certain issues, in an effort to be nice, not ruffle people's feathers, start shit that don't need to be started. You know what I mean? However, I posted, that little picture, I took a little screenshot. My YouTube Premium, if you have YouTube Premium, at the end of every year, it shows you a bunch of shit. One of the things that it shows you is the music that you've listened to most throughout that year. According to YouTube, top 5 songs that I've listened to this year were Nas, Michael and Quincy, Nas, Serious Interlude, Conway, Jesus Crisis, Griselda, Cruiserweight Coke, and number 5, Tupac, Staring Through My Rearview, right? So those are the top 5 songs that I've listened to this year, right? Because, like I've said 100 times over, in my opinion, Nas and Tupac are the greatest MCs of all time. And these days, real hip hop is so hard to come by these days. And, I really fuck with Griselda, right? So it makes sense that Conway, Jesus Crisis, and Griselda, Cruiserweight Coke would be in the top 5 songs that I've listened to this year. So I took a little screenshot of it, posted it, and I captioned it with, they say you can tell a lot about a person by the music that they listen to. So here comes this fucking clown in the goddamn comment section on a post that, in all honesty, ain't really about nothing. Just sharing the music that I've been listening to this year. And like I said, captioned it with, you could tell a lot about a person by the music they listen to. It's a harmless fucking post, right? So here comes this fucking clown in the comments section. Oh, well, I listen to everything. This is just a bunch of East Coast boom pap. So I responded, yeah, real hip hop. Yeah, real hip hop. Motherfucker. Not that bullshit coming out of the South. A bunch of country ass, mumbling ass, illiterate, ABC 1, 2, 3, 5th grade, rhyme writing motherfuckers that can't rap for shit. Not a bunch of subpar West Coast motherfuckers. Not a bunch of subpar Midwest motherfuckers. And if we want to take it to Chicago or Detroit, most of whom ain't really that fucking nice. Now, there's a handful of motherfuckers. There's a handful of dudes from, you could name Royce the 5'9", like he did in the comments section. Yeah, Royce is fucking nice. That motherfucking nasty. He also named Common from Chicago. That motherfucker's nasty. Common is one of the dopest and in some cases most underrated fucking MCs ever. Common is nice. How many other MCs from Chicago can you name, motherfucker? Now, real talk, if you a hip-hop head and you not from the East Coast, this conversation is probably going to offend you. I don't give a fuck. Because y'all motherfuckers keep fucking playing. Y'all keep talking this stupid shit. For everything you could say about East Coast motherfuckers, one thing you cannot say about the East Coast is them motherfuckers can't rap. Motherfucker, we gave this shit to the world. Hip-hop was born on the East Coast. Hip-hop was born in the Bronx on the corner of Sedgwick and Cedar, 1979. So, you telling me a bunch of country motherfuckers pick up a fucking... matter of fact, let's go back to the beginning. The South was always a fucking joke. The South was always a fucking joke. Luke, Doodoo Brown, Doodoo Brown, Doodoo Brown. Me love you long time. Get the fuck out of here. That ain't hip hop. That ain't hip hop. Y'all niggas is trash. You're trash. You've always been trash. You have always been trash. And you could brag about taking over hip hop. What was that? Back in, let's say, around 2005, 2006, 2007, when the South allegedly took over hip hop. What did you do with it? What did you do with it? You ran it into the fucking ground until it became the fucking joke that it is today. Present time, current fucking day, who the fuck respects hip hop? Is hip hop respected around the world right now the way it was in the 90s, especially late 90s? Are rappers looked up to today the way they were in the 90s, especially late 90s? There was a time when rappers were actually, there was a point when people were actually beginning to take rappers seriously. Can you say that today? So what the fuck are you bragging about? Name your top 5 rappers from the fucking South. And then name your top 5 rappers from the East Coast. And you a motherfucking liar. if you even fix your fucking mouth to say that those 5 rappers from the South are better than those 5 rappers from the fucking East Coast. You a goddamn lie. Even my mama know the difference. Now, for those of you who don't know, my mama is what I like to call a super Christian. You know, or what could really just be described as a real Christian. Unlike most people who call themselves Christian, my mother is actually a real Christian. Now, we have a little bit of difference of opinion on certain translations of, certain scriptures, the understanding of certain things. But at the end of the day, my mother is a real Christian. Even my mother knows the difference between an East Coast MC and a fucking Southern MC, or a rapper from the Midwest, or even a rapper from the West Coast, or even a rapper from fucking Detroit or Philly. Even my mother knows these fucking rappers from anywhere else in the fucking country can't hold a fucking candle to a real MC from the fucking East Coast. What are we even talking about here? What the fuck are we even talking about? Matter of fact, let's go here. I told you if you was a hip hop head and you weren't from the East Coast, this conversation was probably gonna fucking offend you. And I also told you I don't give a fuck. I might lose a few subscribers. I don't give a fuck. You motherfuckers, let's specifically talk about the South. You motherfuckers from the South can barely talk. You illiterate country motherfuckers, you can barely talk. There's a goddamn Mexican that just crossed the fucking border 3 goddamn days ago that speaks English better than 90% of you niggas from the fucking South. Where's the lie? Now, you can barely fucking talk. You're illiterate than a motherfucker. Illiterate than a motherfucker. Show me a group of black folk around the country more illiterate than black folk from the fucking South. I'll wait. Black folk from the fucking South are the most illiterate motherfuckers in the goddamn country. Race be damned. Right now, somewhere there's a illegal alien that only knows 3 words of English. That motherfucker speaks better English than 80% of the motherfuckers from the South. You can barely fucking talk, let alone rap. I said it. You can barely fucking talk, let alone rap. Non-rapping illiterate country motherfuckers. Hey, somebody needed to tell you. Somebody needed to tell you. When the East Coast was on top, did hip-hop degenerate to the point that it is now? When the West Coast was on top, did hip-hop degenerate and devolve to the point it has now? What happened when the South took over? Hip-hop has degenerated and devolved to the point of a fucking joke. And you Southern niggas are the only motherfuckers that don't realize the world ain't laughing with you. They're laughing at you. You can't fucking rap. You're garbage. You're trash. You've always been garbage. You've always been trash. Now look, there's a handful of motherfuckers. There's always a diamond in the rough. There's always something in the trash worth taking home and, you know, wipe it off, you shine it up a little bit. It's worth having. You got it out of the dumpster, but it's not as fucked up as everything else that was in the dumpster. You know, you got your T.I.s. You got your David Banners. You got your Lil Waynes. You know what I'm saying? You got your Scarfaces. You got your Andre 3000s. You got your J. Coles out of North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? There's always a diamond in the fucking rough. But 98, 99% of the motherfuckers from the South are fucking garbage. Trash. Come on, man. 2 Chainz, garbage. Future, garbage. Master P, garbage. Young Thug, garbage. What's that little scrawny nigga's name? The scrawny nigga, Soldier Boy, garbage. Now, Pimp C, as a rapper, try to be respectful here, because I believe in respecting the dead. If the brother was alive, I would just go ahead and say what the hell I want to say. The brother Pimp C, as a rapper, I'll put it to you this way. I respect Pimp C, the man. I respect Pimp C, the man. I do not respect Pimp C, the rapper. Put it that way. And there's a few other rappers I could say that about. Gucci Mane, as a matter of fact. As a rapper, he's fucking garbage. Trash. The nigga can't rap for shit. It's a fucking 5th grader somewhere that got out-rap Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane, the rapper, trash. Gucci Mane, the man, I respect him. I respect the man. The rapper is trash. I mean, we could do this all fucking day. Even the rappers from the South you can name that can actually fucking spit. Line up 5, 6, 7 of them. Put them next to 5, 6, 7 of the dopest MCs from the East Coast, New York, Jersey, even Connecticut, Philly. The difference is obvious. Obvious. I want to hear this shit. You're talking about somebody being biased. No, the bias is coming from people from certain areas trying to pretend as though the rappers who happen to be from where they're from are legitimately as good as a Nas or a Jay-Z or a Benny the Butcher. Get the fuck out of here. I would ride down the fucking street with my windows down bumping Drake before you would catch me riding down the street with my windows down bumping Future or Gucci Mane. Lil Boosie. I'm sorry, look. You got to be a special kind of illiterate nigga. Some got to be wrong with you. If you could listen to Lil Boosie. His voice alone, bruh. His voice alone. His voice alone drive a nigga crazy. That nigga's garbage, bruh. Not only is he fucking garbage, his voice is fucking terrible. His voice is annoying. INDEPEN. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. And that's probably his hottest fucking record ever. And that shit is fucking garbage. Just some shit that he made to pander to black women. It's the only reason that shit really blew the way it did. Because the record, independent, he's pandering to the thoughts and ideology of black women, and you punk ass, simp ass niggas didn't mind dancing to it. The record is fucking trash. Cause he's fucking trash. Most people will say either T.I., Scarface, or Andre 3000 would be considered the king of the South. One of those three. Now, for the East Coast, the three MCs who people might go back and forth about would be Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. Are we really confused as to who's better between Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas versus Andre 3000, Scarface, and T.I.? Are we really fucking confused? Nas would destroy all three of them motherfuckers single-handedly. Let it come down to a fucking battle. Nas would destroy all three of those motherfuckers single-handedly. And those three can actually rap. T.I., Andre, Scarface, those three can actually rap. some people might want to throw Lil Wayne in the discussion as far as King of the South. And you got to put an asterisk next to Lil Wayne's name because Lil Wayne didn't write his own shit. Or we gonna pretend we don't know that? Are we gonna pretend like we don't know Gilly the Kid was writing Lil Wayne shit? When Lil Wayne started doing the mixtapes and everybody started, jumping on Lil Wayne's dick. When Lil Wayne started getting popular and everybody was like, damn, this motherfucker can spit. Are we gonna forget that it was Gilly the Kid who was writing his shit? And it came out that Gilly was writing his music because, Baby don't like paying motherfuckers. So when Gilly didn't get paid, he went public with the fact that he was writing all that shit. So you got to put an asterisk next to Lil Wayne's name. You gonna tell me something about some East Coast boom pap as if that East Coast boom pap didn't change the fucking world. Didn't impact the world in a manner which nothing else in the last 40 fucking years did. Name something in the last 40 years that impacted the world the way hip hop did. Name it. And it was that East Coast boom pap, as you put it, that did it. Hey, look. Told you if you was a hip hop head, but you wasn't from the East Coast, you was probably gonna be offended. And I told you, I don't give a fuck. You got a problem with the fuck I'm saying? Go in the comment section and say something to that goofy ass nigga that came in the goddamn comment section and got me started. Cause I was chilling. I was minding my motherfucking business. I was letting you country ass non-rapping motherfuckers live. I wasn't saying shit till this goofy ass nigga came to my fucking comment section. Yeah, that is very interesting to me. That is very interesting to me. How, first of all, how anybody could take such a harmless post and try to make something out of it. But, some people just love to argue. Some people just, cruise the mean streets of the Facebook ghetto and other platforms looking for arguments, looking to create arguments and looking for debates and shit. Because clearly that's what this dude's doing. However, if you go in the comment section and look, you'll see how short I was with the dude, right? Giving, sharp and short responses to the dude. And I decided to make this little video, because like I said, I was already in a bad fucking mood. I was already in a bad fucking mood. So I said, you know what? I've been biting my tongue about this shit for a long fucking time. Why not? Why not? Look, man. It is what it is, bruh. It is what it is. Y'all niggas can't rap. And specifically Southern niggas. Specifically Southern niggas. And I'll say Midwest niggas, excluding Chicago and Detroit. Chicago niggas and Detroit niggas got some flavor about them. You other niggas from the Midwest, nobody's impressed, bruh. Nobody's impressed. West Coast niggas got some flavor. West Coast niggas got some flavor. Some of them. You know, you got your Kendrick Lamars, but you also got your E40s. Trash. You got your Kendrick Lamars, but you also got your E40s. Trash. Don't nobody do it like the East Coast, nigga. Nobody. You are hard pressed to name a whack rapper from the East Coast. You are hard pressed. Yeah, it is a few. Yeah, it is a few. Especially if you want to narrow it down to, you know, rappers of the last 5, 10 fucking years. But the body of work that the East Coast has given hip-hop, the long list of MCs that have come from the East Coast, you are hard-pressed to find a whack rapper on that list. You actually got to sit and think. Like, damn, who's whack from the East Coast? Like who's the nigga that I'm really just not feeling? Like who's the nigga from the East Coast that just, like, how did this nigga get a record deal? How? Like, who the fuck signed this nigga? Like, it's like, I'll give you one. Cormega. I remember back in the day, like Nas is rapping with this nigga. Like AZ is rapping with this nigga. Nature, like these Queens niggas, they fuck with this nigga. Like Cormega is garbage, bro. That nigga, he can't rap. I remember back in the day, like, yo, this nigga's garbage. Like, who's really feeling this nigga? And you see he didn't do nothing. You see he didn't go nowhere. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if half the niggas watching this video right now, you don't even know who the fuck Cormega is. Because the East Coast really didn't push that nigga like that. The nigga just ain't got it. You know, that it factor. Or even just, before you even get to the it factor, the nigga just garbage, bruh. The nigga is garbage. I'm sorry. I know there's a whole lot of East Coast niggas that like Cormega back in the day. I don't know why. That nigga couldn't fucking rap. Get him the fuck out of here. And guess what? That's exactly what the fuck we did. We got him the fuck up out of here. That nigga never went platinum. Did the nigga even drop an album? I think some of y'all niggas was just saying Cormega was nice because you seen he was from Queens and he was rapping with Nas and shit. So you was just, you know, going along with the shit. No. Fuck out of here. Cormega was garbage. He was garbage back then, and even recently, little record he did with Nas and AZ and Foxy, nigga still garbage. Who else? See, when it comes to rappers from the East Coast, you actually gotta sit and think, like, who the fuck was garbage? Who else from the East Coast? I don't know where the fuck Lil Zane was from. I don't know where the fuck Lil Zane was from, so I'm not gonna put him on the East Coast. I don't know where the fuck that nigga was from. He probably wasn't from the East Coast. Cause East Coast niggas don't be calling theyself Lil this and Little that. That's some down south Midwest bullshit. Little this and Little that. Lil Wayne and Lil Bow Wow and all that. Fuck out of here. Who the fuck? Who the fuck was a whack rapper from the East Coast? Cormega. Who else? Emil. Now my girl would be mad about that, cause you know my girl was feeling Emil back in the day. But Emil was whack. Let's just keep it real. Emil was garbage. That's why she got dropped from Rockefeller after that album. That album was kind of, you know. Okay, so that's another one from the East Coast. Female rapper, Emil. Garbage. Who else? Like you see how you really gotta sit and think about who was garbage from the East Coast? Because the East Coast didn't play that shit. Everybody from the East Coast was fucking nasty. Wu-Tang, Inspector Deck. God damn, yo. To this day, one of the greatest tragedies. One of the greatest tragedies in hip-hop history is that Inspector Deck never got the fucking credit he deserved, never got the shine as a solo artist that he fucking deserved. Put it you like this. If you never, you know that song on Tupac's album, All Eyes on Me, Got My Mind Made Up. With it's got Method Man, Redman, Corrupt is on it, Daz is on it. There's a version with Inspector Deck on it. Go on YouTube and listen to the version where Inspector Deck spits at the end. Fam, Inspector Deck killed that fucking track, man. Killed that fucking track. Problem is, we ain't even gonna get into that. Killed that fucking track. Killed it. Go listen to that fucking version, man. So, alright. Wu-Tang. Who damn near all them niggas. Inspector Deck, Method Man, Jizza, Ghostface, Raekwon. The fuck? Redman, EPMD, Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, Foxy, Lil Kim. Come on, man. Come on, man. Cool G Rap, Rakim. Hell, we even throw Special Ed in there. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. DMX, The Locks, nigga. D-Block, nigga. Jadakiss, nigga. Who the fuck from... Alright. I'll take Jadakiss and put him on the fucking table. Who the fuck from the South is fucking with Jada? I wish the motherfucker would say Andre 3000. That flute playing motherfucker that don't even want to rap no more. He ain't even got it in his fucking heart to rap. Cause see the thing about, and it ain't even just narrowed down to the genre of hip hop. It's music in general. Music isn't something that you have to retire from or are supposed to retire from. Music is some shit that you do until you don't have it in your fucking heart to do it no more. So, I'm gonna ask you Southern niggas this simple question. Is this your king? Is this your king? He doesn't even have it in his fucking heart to do it anymore. Is this your king? This flute playing motherfucker? Is this your king? The fuck out of here. Like I said, if you're a hip hop head and you're not from the East Coast, you're probably gonna be offended. If you're from the South, more than likely you're definitely gonna be offended. And like I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling the truth. We gave this shit to the world. We showed you how to do this shit. Nothing is hardly ever better than the original. And it just is what it is. It's the same thing as if you listen to, you know, these rappers from England with their British accents. They sound goofy as hell. Let's just be honest. They sound goofy. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Now, we listen to these Southern rappers with their Southern accents. You sound country as hell. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. And let's be honest. Let's add a caveat. Let's mention something that people don't like to mention. The downfall of hip hop not only started with the South having a bigger role. The downfall of hip hop also started when non-black people called themselves taking a liking to hip hop. And not being of the culture, they didn't know anything about the culture. So it wasn't about culture to them. It wasn't about lyricism to them. It wasn't about bars to them. It wasn't about wordplay to them. It was solely about entertainment. And are we going to disagree that there is nothing, hardly anything, that many non-black people find entertaining more than an ignorant nigga? The more ignorant, the better. Now, who are the most ignorant black people in the country? Told you if you wasn't from the East Coast, you was probably going to be offended. Who are the most ignorant Negroes in the country? Southern Negroes. You are the most buck dancing, boot licking, tap dancing Negroes, not only in the country, on earth. So these non-black people are thoroughly entertained by you. I mean, you know, unsubscribe if you want to, but stop me when I tell a lie. Stop me when I tell a lie. You are the most ignorant Negroes on the planet. And non-black people are thoroughly entertained by your ignorance. Thoroughly. Had to take a little smoke break. Look, man. Moral of the story is, bottom line, ain't nothing like a East Coast MC. Period. To this day. To this day. To this day. Now, we can definitely have the conversation about East Coast rappers today having a serious identity crisis. A lot of East Coast, that's an understatement. Damn near every East Coast MC don't sound like an East Coast MC today. So we can definitely have a conversation about the schizophrenic identity crisis that East Coast MCs are having today. Which is one of the reasons I love Griselda so fucking much. They some East Coast niggas that sound like East Coast niggas. You feel me? So don't even get me started on that, because I could do a whole fucking video about that too. East Coast niggas rhyming over Southern sounding beats. Fuck out of it. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Don't nobody want to hear that bullshit. We don't want to hear that bullshit when it's a Southern nigga rapping over a Southern beat. We don't want to hear that bullshit. We want to hear some real East Coast hip hop. Real hip hop. You feel me? That's why Griselda gets so much fucking love. That's why they get so much love, because they reminded niggas what hip hop's supposed to sound like. What the East Coast supposed to sound like. You feel me? But yeah, man, look, man. I'ma wrap this thing up. I know I ruffled some feathers. I offended some people. I insulted some people. Hey, unsubscribe, unfollow. Do what you gotta do, bruh. I don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. I'm gonna keep sipping on this motherfucking Moscato. I'm gonna take my ass upstairs. Have me some chicken and gravy with some fucking cabbage and some rice. Probably finished watching Raising Kanan. I fell asleep on that shit the other night. And I'm gonna sleep like a fucking baby. I don't give a damn. Ain't shit fucking with East Coast MCs. period. I am Kenyatta Black. Thank you for tuning in. This has been another Convo with Kenyatta. Shout out to the Black Squad. Shout out to Luminiki Blanco. Shout out to Mr. Truth Logic. Shout out to Rodney Coleman, a.k.a. Abuki Cabal. And if you are not subscribed to Abuki Cabal here on YouTube, go on over to Abuki Cabal's channel and subscribe. I believe it is spelled ABUKIKABAL. Go on over and subscribe to the brother. It's my man's right there. Until next time, and there will be a next time, I am Kenyatta Black. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel. Bless the Cash App, $ Black Squad. It's right there. It's either going to be in the upper left-hand corner or lower left-hand corner, one or the other. I'll figure it out when I edit it. But it's right there on your screen. Go ahead and bless the Cash App. And I will holler at y'all on the next one. Deuces.